Okay, I want to do a recording here. I'm trying to test the macro function of this camera. So I've got a flat of horse cripplers here that I'm looking at. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this button here and then see if I can't get in a little bit closer. It says about 6 inches is as close as you can get, so we'll see. I'm about 6 inches here. So after that we should be out of focus, but I'll go in closer anyway. Yes, these are baby horse cripplers. Okay. Alright, now that I've done that, I'm going to switch out of here and see what happens. And swing back and let you guys see the rest of the greenhouse. Okay, the reason these are flipped up like this is to allow us to maintain moisture levels in here while these are growing. And these are the saguaros over here that don't really need it anymore. Let's go check out the cardones. Yes, these are beautiful baby cardones. A little over a year old here. There's a bunch of Weberized ready to go. Some more cardones. Okay, I'm going to stop this for a second. Okay, here's a good example of how not to take care of your saguaros. Let me get a closer look here. Okay, these guys are being tortured right now. We're hoping we don't lose too many of them before we get a chance to move them to where they can get new soil and more room to grow. These are what baby saguaros look like. These are also about a year old. Or 2 years, sorry. Okay, now I'm going to show you the small saguaros. These saguaros are only about 6 months old. So let's get them real close to these. Most of these are less than a centimeter, or less than a half inch actually, in diameter. These are baby cardones, also about 6 months old. Here we have some orchids, very special hybrids. Here's the rest of them. And over here, we have quite a few Weberized. This is the flat that did the best over here. You can see some of these plants are already a little over an inch tall in less than 1 year. It's amazing how fast they can grow sometimes when they're happy. And these Weberized someday may be the most massive plants in the cactus family. Over here we have some baby Mexican fence post. Okay, I wanted to show off these two flats of Weberized. I didn't get into showing these guys off before, so here you go. Here's a good look at them. There's a bunch of them in there and they are ready to go in the ground. Okay. And over here we have some baby golden barrels. What do you think of that? Kind of neat, they come out pink looking when they're really young, and then they start to green up as they grow. There's a bunch of pink ones. These are all golden barrels. Right here we have our Ferocactus diguetii. This is one of the largest barrels in the world. Although these little babies are going to take a while to grow. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. Okay, here's another look at the Ferocactus diguetii, where you can probably see them a little better in here now that the soil's a little moist. You can see them standing out. They're so small, a lot of them are just coming up and you can hardly see them unless they're real bright red like this one. Where is he? There he is. Yeah. Okay. We do have trouble with crickets. Crickets like to chew the tops of our babies. Now these plastic containers here, I think are probably one of the best ways to germinate. Let me set this down so I can pop one open for you. Alright, we'll look at the Neobuxbaumia. Okay. Looks like there might be some... Okay, I thought there might be some weeds in there, but it looks like it's just more cactus growing. There's way too many in there though, obviously. I pulled the tops off the rest of these so you can look at them. Here's some Cereus that we're growing. We're not sure what species this is, but it's some kind of a Cereus. You can see they're nice, tall, skinny sprouts. These are Trichocereus tacacarensis. And there's nice ones in there. Yeah, that's looking good. These are Trichocereus candicans. It has a real nice showy flower. It's a short trailing plant. There's way too many in here though. And these are some more golden barrels. Just starting to come up. Okay, great.